My name is John Drabert. I'm the Executive Director at Covenant Bay Bible Camp. We are located on Pigeon Lake, Alberta, just 45 minutes southwest of Edmonton. Well, Covenant Bay began in 1928 by the Alberta Young People Society. These were teenagers and young adults who had a deep desire to see people come to faith and grow in a relationship with Jesus. Well, this is our purpose today. We exist to promote a growing relationship with Jesus Christ. For us, summer camp ministry has always been the primary way we have done this. Over the years, thousands of people have committed their lives to the Lord and have made other significant faith decisions. The number of stories that I hear that include an experience at a Bible camp is incredible. While we seek to create a space in which people can come together to play and then connect with God. Play is the prelude to what God does in the hearts and minds of people during their time at Covenant Bay. We also seek to be generous with what we have to offer in order to reach the most people possible. While there are a few very important projects that we hope to get done this year, though finances will dictate what will get completed. A new community septic line has been installed, and our county has instructed that we must hook up to this line. Quotes for this project show us that it will cost between $45,000 to $65,000. Additionally, there's extensive landscaping around the property and a number of cabin rentals that need to get completed. Keith Nelson, our facilities director, is waiting for approval on grants so that these projects can get started. In 2019, we opened a new accommodation lodge. We are so pleased with what God is doing. Fortunately, this building is completely paid for through the generosity of Covenant Bay supporters. With the new lodge, we anticipated that 2020 would be a major growth year for us. We hired and now have 5 year-round staff, 4 of which are full-time. This spring was set to have the most groups booked to stay on our site ever. Schools and churches are the primary groups that have booked their events with us. We also anticipated significant growth in summer camp attendance. These were all the plans until COVID-19, and now we have had to pivot and operate differently. We are an event-based ministry, and things have changed significantly since gathering people at our facility is simply not possible. With that said, our purpose has not changed. We must do our best to promote a growing relationship with Jesus. So, we have and will continue to develop online ministry resources that churches and individuals can use. The Bible Story podcast was launched this fall. Every Monday a new episode is released, and it's really exciting to see the number of listeners growing each month. A few years ago, Covenant Bay was awarded a Trellis grant to create a short audio series called Embark. It was a way to follow up with parents of campers after their summer was complete. Well, the Bible Story podcast came out of what we learned from the Embark initiative, and it's a result of the Trellis Foundation's original investment. The Block is a more recent initiative, led by our program director, Braden Pohowich. The idea of the Block is to connect campers online with teaching and a space to engage with those ideas. The idea is still being shaped, but we have launched the new resource since we know the need to connect with campers and family is so important at this time. One of the unique things about summer camp ministry is using a facility rental business to subsidize the ministry. Jason Gordonier has led the charge in growing our rental program. The break within our normal operations caused by COVID-19 has allowed, or maybe forced, us to create plans to diversify our income. Jason has pivoted and is working hard to develop a subscription service that will help subsidize the work here at Covenant Bay. We hope this will allow us to be more financially secure in the future. Every Thursday I send out a prayer update video, and I close saying, "We know that there is no ministry apart from Christ. Pray with urgency and expectation." When the COVID-19 crisis impacted our operations and ministry, it felt like we were put on the sidelines for a while. From the sidelines, we could see God doing amazing things, but there was a deep sense of loss since we were no longer able to do our normal ministry tasks. But there's also a great deal of joy because we could see God doing so much good. I'm sure you can relate to the joy with what God is doing and the grief and of the hurt and loss you see and experience. Well, we now have room to pray, maybe an uncomfortable amount of room to pray. More than ever, I believe these words to be true. We know that there is no ministry apart from Jesus Christ. Pray with urgency and expectation. Will you join me in prayer? God is doing something very significant in the hearts of Canadians. The very best way we can join Him is in prayer. Out of that prayer-filled space, God will call us to act. And what a privilege that will be. It is a joy for us here to serve alongside you. Take care.